What's up, guys? Welcome to the Gym of All Trades Sunday night charts. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. We're going to jump into the charts tonight. Look at Bitcoin. It's pumping. It's pumping. Guys, you better FOMO. You better FOMO in. You know me long enough. I never mean that ever. Never, ever FOMO. It's a no FOMO zone. You got to chill. The market always comes back. If you missed it, don't worry. Market makers will liquidity hunt you. So chill out. We'll look at the chart, see what it's doing. If you're not long, and show you some targets, show you what Bitcoin's doing. Look at Ethereum. Look at DOT, Solana. Look at ADA. ADA's trash chart. I'm not going to look at ADA much. We'll just take a look at some key charts and see what's going on. With that said, guys, none of this is financial advice. Never, ever intended to be that. I'm just going to show you what the charts look like from an Elliott wave standpoint. I'm an Elliott wave trader. That means what we do is we look for patterns of fives and threes. Fives and threes. When we see fives and threes, they let us know which way the market's going generally. Sometimes, however, it's hard to discern whether we're dealing with fives or whether we're dealing with threes. And putting them together, putting the patterns together sometimes, super difficult. We've been in the midst of some real crap, real chop of Bitcoin. So let's see if we can figure it out. We'll take a look at XRP, sure, no problem. What's up, Nick? How's it going? Hey, Virginia and Keith and Ernest of Gaia. No FOMO burgers here. Culinary advice on burgers. I love it. 100K long. Well, congratulations if you got a good entry. Charles C. So what's you said Jimbo? What's a good nickname for Charles? Chuck. Chuck, yeah. What's up, Chuck? Up, Chuck. MJ, how are you, sir? Ryan Lewis, there he is. Hope you've enjoyed the Discord. If you're the Ryan Lewis that made it into the Discord, I know there's two of you, so I got confused by that. That's pretty cool. And what's up, new? Nice entry there, I suppose. Yeah, $4,000. Yeah, that's great. Congratulations on that. Andy, yo, Aaron. Hey, thanks, Aaron, about the new mic. Appreciate it. Glad you like it. This is actually my daughter's. We bought it for her for Christmas a couple of years ago. She uses it to record her songs or whatever for her channel. She sings and whatever, but she doesn't really do a lot of up-to-date stuff, but she likes to record stuff and put it out there. She plays the ukulele and the cello and the clarinet. So she dabbles at the guitar a little bit. What's up, Merle? What's up? All right, guys. The platitudes are nice, but I think most people are here to hear the content. So with that said, let's look at Bitcoin first. Let's dig in deep. Let's look at what the current wave structure is, what it could be doing, and where it might be going. Okay, with that said, don't forget to smash the likes, but you can also tap it if you like. You could gently click it. Make sure you can click it more than once. Just make sure it's an odd number. Okay, so click it 1 or 3 times. If you click it more than once, click it 3 times. You can click it 7 times. You can click it 77 times. But just keep in mind that it needs to be an odd number. Don't lose count. Make sure you end on a like there. So, hey, hello from Germany. What's up? All right. With that said, shall we look at Bitcoin and see what's going on? We'll do our best. I'm going to do my best to study these structures, guys. I'm an Elliott wave trader, okay? You may disagree at the end of the day with where I think the market might be going. And that's okay. I'm really all right with you disagreeing. Share your disagreements with kindness and class. Make sure you're classy. Be a classy dude. No trolls tonight. It's a no troll zone. It's a place where we're gonna have some fun, looking at the charts, troll free. I did have a great time with my camper. You guys want? Hey, all right. If 3 of you say you want to see a picture of my camper, I'll show you a picture of my camper. If you guys want to see, 3 of you got to say yeah. Show me a picture, and I'll pull it up for you. For those of you who don't know, I'm building a camper from scratch. I'm building it, so yeah. Anybody want to see the? Yeah, you want to see the camper? Oh, yeah. Hey, there's Josh. What's up? Show the camper. Okay, let's show the camper. I'm gonna let you guys into my life here. All right. Let's see here. So let's see. Here is. I'll show you the build. So this was stage 1 of my camper. I'm building. That's stage 1 there. Let's see. I'll show you all the stages. Let's see. The next stage. Here's stage 2. Got the sheeting on. Got it all framed up. Got it sheeted. Now I don't have a current picture of what I did tonight, but what I did yesterday was I got fiberglass siding on the top there, and on the back. You can't really tell from that picture, but there's fiberglass siding on it that we glued on with contact cement. There's a picture of the back here, and that's white, so it's hard to tell. That's white fiberglass siding there. We finished the 2 sides today, so that was pretty cool. Here's a picture of the interior where we insulated the walls there with 1.5-inch foam. You got the roll there for the ceiling. And here's the front. Front looks pretty cool. The front, I put a diamond plate shield on the front there, and the fiberglass coming over the top. So we got the sides done tonight, but it got dark and I couldn't take any pictures. So we finished all the fiberglass siding. I'm ready to start trimming out the corners and sealing everything up and getting the windows in and things like that. So yeah, there's my camper I'm building, guys. Hope you like it. Here's another angle. Yeah, that paper there, that's just wrap that's protecting it. So I will pull that off and it'll look really awesome. So, all right, there it is. There's the camper. What do you think, guys? Towing it with my Ford F-150 MJ. Huh. Yeah, Wednesday, they're calling for rain Wednesday, so I'll have to get it all covered up. So, anyway, yeah, thanks. All right, enough of that. You guys are here to see the charts. I just thought I'd let you into my world a little bit. That's what I'm working on here. Yeah, the weight should be okay. It should be all right. We'll see. It's 1,900 pounds. No, it was 1,300 pounds without anything on top of it. So, just the trailer and the bed. So, all right. Let's jump into the what do you call it? What I'm about to do. It should be fairly comparable to what was there, Chuck. It's a dual axle frame, so it's a dual axle and it's got plenty of strength. Yeah, I'll show you Shiba there. I see that request for Shiba. Yeah, Andy, I saw awesome, impressive you making it yourself. Yeah, thank you. I have a business here in town called Jim of All Trades. I'm a contractor. I'm a builder and remodeler. So have a lot of skills in those areas. So, all right, TA, here we go. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's zoom out, talk about what we're seeing. I'm going to remove everything off my chart, all my drawings. All right. So what is this? What is this going on? Well, what we have going on here is a potential. I don't like this wave shape much, really, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of this current wave shape, so I'll tell you what I'm thinking here shortly. But we have a couple of counts on the table, okay? The basic counts, the simple counts, if we want to keep it simple, is we're looking at a large. This is the bear. This is actually a bullish count, but this is a bearish look. It's got a bearish look at it. It really has this has a market maker. This has a market maker stop hunt before we go up and hit 80K to 100K, where we have a A wave to the downside right there. This actually, what you're seeing right here, is a B wave. It's actually a 3 waves to the upside, A, B, C, that's finishing up, if not finished, and then a 3rd wave to the downside, C wave. Okay, so this is a potential. Now this B might not be finished. Okay, we might be heading up for the final, or it is done, and this is actually a 3 wave being put in right here. Okay, I've got a way of counting this as 5 down with 3 up, and I'll show you that count in just a moment. Okay, so this could be, the B wave might be in, and we could be getting ready to go down for C. I find it super. Does anybody else find it super interesting that we had a pump on Saturday and Sunday? Isn't that interesting? That normally we don't get pumps like we got on Saturday and Sunday. Generally speaking, don't get those on Saturday and Sunday. Usually Saturday and Sunday reserved for sideways price action, corrective price action. But who's home on Saturday and Sunday, guys? Who's home? Who's home? The only game in town, as Crypto Teacher says. The only game in town. Yeah, you got everybody's home, watching the charts away from work. You get this big old pump on the weekend. Prime for a potential Monday, Tuesday dump. Be careful. Don't get too bullish on us, but don't get too bearish either. I'm going to show you some charts here. Anyway, we're at the moment, as my title says. As my title says, this could be the moment. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this is the very moment where we could be pumping and getting a potential turnaround. Be getting a potential dump. The SPX is due for a dump. It's coming. Also, the DXY is due for a pump for sure. Hey, listen, don't spend a lot of time spamming the chat with Shiba. I'm definitely going to get it, but when I'm going to get it is after I do intense work on Bitcoin, okay? So we're going to focus in our TA on Bitcoin for the next 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to move on to the altcoins after that, okay? So that's the order of things. I don't get distracted by, I don't want to get distracted by a bunch of requests, so let's just stay focused and on task here with Bitcoin, because this is what drives the market. Everything follows Bitcoin pretty much. If Bitcoin starts to dump, everything else is going to dump with it. So it's important that we have a good grasp on Bitcoin, and then we'll move along from there. Okay. So I've seen 4 requests by the same person, I believe, at least 3 here. Asking about Shiba. I'm going to get to Shiba. I have the chart pulled up. It's ready to go. Just chill out and relax, and we'll look at those in a little bit. Okay. All right. So anyway, so what this count does here is this allows for a 4th wave and an overall larger move. Okay. But this comes down here first. You see, everybody right now is supremely bullish. Okay. Everybody's really bullish. Okay. And it's fine, because the market is bullish. The market is acting very, very bullish. But when the market gets overly bullish, and I haven't looked at the fear and greed index, if somebody wants to pull it up and let me know where we are. there, that would be great. But the point is, I don't need that to know what all the YouTubers are saying and whatever everybody's saying. But anyway, with that said, what this count does that you're looking at on your screen is it actually is a bullish count, but it has a stop hunt to the downside first, okay? It takes out all the latecomers to the game. Anybody that's stupid enough to be buying in this range, buying up here, okay, unless they're traders. But if you're buying to hold, to hodl for up here, I think that's a bad decision, okay? You never buy after big green pumps. You always at least wait for a three-wave pullback. Let the RSI reset down to the downside, okay? Let the RSI come back and create hidden bullish divergence, okay? So, yeah, I mean, you never just chase a trade because you're FOMOing in. The market always comes back, guys. And if you don't think that this move is possible in the chart, it totally is possible. I must have just kicked everybody out here with that. We had 80 people here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's 90 people. I was looking at the likes. It's only 42 likes. Sorry. I was like, man, did 42 people leave? I hear you. So, yeah, if you don't think the market makers are inclined to make a dump like that brings us down to 38K, 30K even, down to this range and create a large-scale flat, they do that play all the time. That is a classic, common play. They'll come down, and then, boom, take it up. They could... we're at Extreme Greed. Thank you for checking that. Appreciate that, Andy. So anyway, this is, when you see the pump like this on a weekend, it's really to me skeptical. It's letting me know that there's a possibility here. I'm not trying to create FUD, and I'm not trying to tell you that it's definitely going to go down, but I want you to be aware of this Elliott wave count, that you just need to know that this is possible. Guys, that this is not the place to be investing in Bitcoin. You should not be investing or trying to play a breakout trade, okay? Breakout trading sucks, all right? Why does breakout trading suck? Well, primarily because most of the time when we get breakouts, it'll just break, it'll pump up for a little bit, and then it'll dump on you, okay, before it goes up again. That is very, very common. You'll get a pump, and then you'll get a dump that just takes you out. So I don't know what the market's going to do. This is at least a bearish possibility, where we're looking for 3 waves in the B that could be finished already or has one more hit to the high to go. Has one more high to go. So that's a possibility. Let's look at that. We have hit the 1-to-1 extension. It's really, really good. So this is a possibility that's finished. Okay, it's done with maybe just a little bit more up. Now what would that be? Okay. Yeah, Chemo, that's another possibility. It's a lower possibility, but totally plausible for sure. And I'll get to that count here in just a minute, Chemo, but yeah, that's definitely a count that we could be dealing with. I'm just dealing with the first count. Stay around, guys. I've got 2 more counts to share with you, but I want to show you what we're going to do is look at all the counts, and I'm going to show you what would follow next, okay? And then I'll show you what we would expect in the market based upon that, okay? All right. All right. You guys, my throat's really hurting, so I hope you don't mind me drinking a little bit as we keep rocking. All right. So what we would expect here is the end of a B wave, end of a 3-wave move that could be done, might not be done. We're going to get in and dig into this a little bit and see what this is right up here in just a minute, okay? But we'd be coming down for 5 waves down in this scenario. Now this depends upon when this wave finishes. There could go up a little bit higher, or it might be done. So that's the big question mark. I don't have the answer to that question. I don't have the answer to that question. It could pump and break the high, or it could dump from here. Let me show you a couple other counts that we have in the works. So that's bear. That's not a bear count, but it is definitely, it's a bullish count that takes us down first. Okay. And then, guys, after that, that's going to take us into next year. Okay. And next year is the time when you're going to see crypto mooning. Okay. So we're going to see a major correction. I'm guessing with this count, along with all the markets. I'm expecting a crash in the markets. I'm expecting a crash in all the markets. I don't know when that's going to come, but it's imminent. It's within the next month or so, I would imagine. A crash is coming. It could be in the next week. I just don't know timing, but it's coming. Okay, when that crash comes, the entire market's going to tank with it. Okay, so this possibility here of getting down here to 30K again is totally possible. It could even get down to 20K as a possibility. It could really go deeper than you think if this count plays out. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty bullish count, because after that, that's when we're going to start rallying again, and then we're going to go up and hit 100K. Now, what kind of world would we be living in if this kind of dump happens? You know, we're probably going to have some kind of catastrophe, some kind of a major crisis, COVID 2.0, 3.0, something going on, the SPX crashing, some kind of black swan event, something that's just going to cause this to tag that nobody sees coming right now, or nobody's at least paying attention to. You know, but they're going to crash it. They're going to take your money, and then they're going to pump it up where you expect it to go. We have a saying in our group. We have a saying in our group, and we say it like this: the market often goes where you expect it to go, but it goes there in a way you don't expect it. Okay. The market often goes where you expect it to go, but it goes in a way that you don't expect it. And that's very often the case. Hey guys, keep your comments clean if you would. That would be great. Yeah, Brad, I'll look at the S&P a little later. Okay. Yeah, Emperor's New Clothes. If everybody's expecting the same thing because the last two pumps, do you really think the market makers are just going to do the very same thing? Everybody's expecting the market to just go because the last two pumps happened in November and December. You know, when everybody's looking for something, you should really be aware that most likely that is not going to happen. Okay, the market has also something against that argument as well is that the market has also changed. Okay, in other words, when we had the last pump, the bear market of 2018 started the day that the CMEs opened. Okay, so when the CME opened, that's the day that Bitcoin just started tanking. Okay, and now that more and more big institutions are in the game now, and leveraged trading is now available, and the markets have the crypto market has changed a bit. You're going to see a lot more pump and dump because of that leveraged market. Okay. So again, I think BTC is fine to go to 100K. I just think it's going to get there in a way you don't expect it. Okay, so this right here is an Elliott wave count that I could show you time and time again when this structure right here is what we call an expanded flat. You could totally make this formation. So here's count number one. There's an idea. Okay, so there's an idea. I'm just going to duplicate this chart here, and let's look at another count here. Back on the daily here, clear the drawings. Okay, count number two. Another count is that we already had an ABC correction. The ABC correction already finished, okay? And what we have here from the bottom, is a potential 5-wave move, okay? That's already finished. We got an extended 5th wave, okay? That this thing is about finished. It's 5 waves. It's done. It's complete. Now, here's the interesting thing. That 5 waves could be the end of something. Okay, that could be the end of something. So, what could that 5 waves be the end of? Let me go to the log scale. and show you what it could be. I need to get on the BLX here. So let me get on the BLX here. There we go. Actually, that was a pretty decent count there. There we go. I don't have to reinvent the wheel there. All right, so what we could have here is this wave here from the bottom of the COVID dump, what we call the COVID dump. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and now this is the 5th wave of that, okay? And so if that's the case, we might have just gotten, we might be finishing up the 5th wave or 5 waves of that. Now, if that's the case, guys, what happens after you finish an impulse wave like this size? What happens after that? Who knows? Who knows? I'll wait and see if you guys know who knows what happens from an Elliott wave perspective after you get a 5 wave move like this. When you get 5 waves, I'll let YouTube catch up here and see who can get that answer. Well, MJ, you could start any wave count at any major pivot, okay? So you can count this wave as 5 there. You got a 3-wave pullback. Now any major pivot you can count, okay? Now, ultimately, the 5 waves that I have here are sub-waves of a larger wave, okay? I'm simply analyzing this current wave structure right here, isolated from the rest of the market, okay? But yeah, absolutely, guys. Great job. After you get a finished 5 waves, you get a 3-wave pullback. And that's going to be in proportion to the size of that wave. In other words, that pullback will be somewhat proportional. Now, if this is a wave 3, which I imagine it could be, this could be a 1, 2, all of this could be wave 3. We're going to get a wave 4 that comes back to the territory of the wave 4 of the previous degree, which is right here. So we'd get another move down to the downside before we go up for those higher highs. Okay, so in other words, make this a little bit bigger so y'all can see it. There you go. Hope that's helpful. So this wave 3 here could be the count for the subwaves of 3. So this could be 1, 2, all this could be 3, 4, 5. And so the current wave that we're in is a 5-wave finishing move of this wave 3. Now, it may or may not be that, right? So we're going to get a pullback. If it's a 4th wave that we're looking for over the larger scale here, if we're looking for a 4th wave, generally speaking, that comes back the 382. Okay, it comes back to the 382 retracement, usually in the territory of the 4 of the previous degree. Okay, so we'd be looking at 26 to 28K again for a 4th wave move to the downside. All right. Now there are other counts. There are other ways to count this. Okay. At the end of the day, we might be dealing with a wave 4. With my first count that I shared with you, this flat that I'm telling you about could be a wave 4 of a larger degree. Okay. In fact, we could have something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of this is wave 3. And we might have a larger wave system like this. Which gets us up, even higher than that. But we have a lot of up and down in this area where the market just doesn't go straight up forever, okay? But this is actually a 5th wave, okay? When I zoom out a little bit farther, what we can see here is that this right here is actually the 5th wave of the final move. So let me show you the overall count here. The overall count I'm seeing, this is the BLX here, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All that's 3. This is 4. And then I'm looking for a finished wave 5, okay? Now, I've dealt with this count before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And that's wave 3. So right now we're in the middle of a wave 5, finishing it up, okay? Which could take us, it could really take us up to over 100K, no problem, okay? But don't think that the market has to go straight up there right now. It doesn't have to go straight up there. We can get pullbacks that are monstrous, or what feels monstrous. We could get pullbacks that scare you, okay? So you got to understand that. But they'd be within the realm of what we would expect to see from an Elliott wave standpoint. Okay, let me go back to the daily. I'm going to zoom in. Oh, hey Grace, honey. Okay, so my daughter's in there singing. I love her singing, but a little distracting while I'm doing this. So anyway, yeah, so trying to figure this out is a little unclear. But one potential idea, we have this over and over and over in fourth waves in Bitcoin. We have it over and over and over where we have boom, boom, boom. Okay, so that was the other count. Now, what this also, like I said, might be is that we have 5 waves right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we still have to go up a little bit more, break the high, and finish this 5th wave if that's going to be a 5-wave move. Now, that could be the end of this move, and we get a deep correction still coming down, but we come down in 3 waves instead of 5, and we come down to this level. So that's a possibility as well. So that's possibility number 2 right there. Okay, that this is a 5-wave move. It's almost finished. It might get up to 75K or so before 75, even 80K before it finishes, and then down we go. Or it could totally be done right now, and it's what we call a truncated 5th wave. It doesn't break the high of the previous or barely broke the high really. So, but it totally could be. That could totally be it. Okay, we do have divergence here between the previous wave right there. There is some slight divergence there, so that's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Okay, so what else could we have here? What else could be at play here? Let me duplicate this again. No, I closed it by mistake. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, no, I didn't. I pinned it. Ooh, I thought I got rid of it. Man, I was gonna be upset. Okay. Yep, there are definitely signs. Mr. Saleh, Saleh. I don't know how to say your name, man. We're gonna call you Ned. Can I call you Ned? Is that okay? Or you want me to call you Saul? But it's gonna be one of those two because I don't know how to read your name. But yeah, you generally have divergence between the 3rd and the 5th wave. Okay, and we count those intermediate wave structures for sure. So I'll talk to you in a minute about that. Okay, let's talk about another potential wave count. Okay, I already talked about that one. All right. Nadia. Okay. Great. Nod. Just don't call you late for dinner, right? Don't call you late for dinner. All right, what else could be going on here, guys? What else could be going on? Well, glad you asked. We could have a potential here, a potential for, and this is a much more bullish. Let me change my chart here. It's a much more bullish count here, guys. A much more bullish count. What we might have going on here is what we call a 1-2-1-2. That this was a complete ABC. It's finished. It's done. And now we're getting a very large wave to the upside, just like this. Okay. And we're getting ready to go take out 100K. All right. Let me get it on a regular chart here. We're getting ready to go take out 100K. That's a possibility. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to answer that in just a minute, Chemo. But basically divergence between the 3rd and the 5th. He was talking about my chart notifications. It was just a notification on my Coinbase chart where the price hit, where the RSI hit oversold, overbought. I get notifications when it hits there because I know a trade is coming around that time. All right. So what we might have going on here is what we call a 1-2-1-2. Okay, here's what a 1-2-1-2 looks like. I'm going to do the second 1-2 here. So this is the second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm going to do the first 1-2. 1, 2. All of this is 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're talking big time here. We're talking major moves here. Okay, but what do you notice? What do you notice here after this 1-2? Okay, either way, whether we get that B wave that I was telling you about that came all the way down here to 30K, okay, or whether we get, whether this is the end of a 5-wave move that actually takes us down there as well. I've got 2 counts that takes us down there, or this count. This is a very bullish count, but this says this 5-wave move is about finished. It may not be quite finished, but it's almost done. Once it finishes, we're going to get a 3-wave pullback. And once it'll be something like this, okay? It'll be a 3-wave pullback that will allow you to get into the wave and take you that direction, okay? So that's what we would be watching for. Okay? Okay, now, so this could be a 1-2-1-2, and a 1-2-1-2 is extremely bullish. It gets us up well past 100K, no problem. No problem at all. All right, so that's another possibility, guys. So those are the macro ideas on the table, okay? But here's the deal. The question is, and let's just boil it down and make it real simple here. How to trade, how do we think about trading right now? And how do we think about investing right now where price is? Okay? I have given you some ideas that price could tank. It could go down to 30K, and you'd like to be in cash down here. You'd like to be selling up here and buying back down here if that happens, right? Sure you would. Because you don't want to be in Bitcoin holding that for a $30,000 move to the downside. You don't want to be there. Okay, you've done that too often. You've done that too many times, right? So you don't want to be holding. You want to be, but you do want to be holding it if it's going to go up, right? You do, right? So in both counts, in both scenarios that I've shared, okay, this wave is going to finish 5 waves. It's going to finish a 5-wave move. And when that 5 waves is finished, when it finishes its move, then it will have a correction, okay? All right. For instance, right here we had a correction. We had a 5-wave move and a 3-wave correction. I suppose invalidation of the 1-2-1-2 is a break of 39.8 right there. Which count, Brad, would be .comish? Guys, a simple strategy for you. If you want to play a simple swing trading strategy, just keep it real simple. If you're just buying spot and you're not leverage trading, I'm going to give you a free strategy right here. Right here. Real simple. All right? Here we go. On the daily chart. On the daily chart, whenever you get oversold, just buy at that, wherever price is, just buy there and hold it. Okay? And when it gets overbought, sell it. Okay, now this Okay, now it doesn't work perfectly. Okay, so there's some nuance to this, but you'll see that basically it'll oscillate. The daily got well overbought here. Okay, or oversold here. Okay, you got overbought there. Okay, your next buy-in was down here. So maybe and maybe based on previous history, maybe the 12-hour chart might be better. The 12-hour chart's better. Now that's just a simple strategy. If you'll just watch the daily charts, you're not going to make all the money you can make, but you're going to make a lot of money swing trading Bitcoin. Just trading the RSI swings on the daily chart, on the 12-hour chart. Just don't freak out about it. Just don't freak out about missing some, okay? If you miss, you miss. It's okay. But had you could, if you add divergence to that, if you add divergence to that, you're going to get better signals, okay? So if you can add that, then that's even better. Okay, now again, trading only the RSI is dangerous, right? But if you can trade trade those swings with divergence, that's even better. Okay, so when you learn how to recognize hidden bullish divergence on the daily, and then you get a break of structure to the upside like that, that would have been a good buy signal here, and to hold. Okay, now we've had a pullback. It looks like we're gonna get another high made potentially. Okay, all right. Anyway. So those of you who don't know how to trade, if you want to learn some trading strategies, you can come into the Discord and we can teach you how to read the RSI and teach you some simple strategies you can be doing. All right. Anyway, let's look at the micro count. I want to show you some couple counts right in here. But in every one of these counts, we need to see, is this 5 waves finished, or is there more to come in this 5 waves? So in other words, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or is 5 done? I've got a count where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. You know, what is it? Is it done? I don't know. Okay, let's look and see. Micro count, 30-minute chart. Here we go. This wave right here, you can interpret this as 3 waves, or you can interpret it as 5 waves. I'm going to show you how to interpret it as 5. And here's something interesting. If it's 5 waves, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right there. Done. Complete. Kaput. Okay? All right. Then what we've got here, which is something interesting. See, this trash right here gives me a lot of trouble. Okay? But at the end of the day, I'm looking at this as a flat 3, 3, 5 right there. That's a flat. It's an ugly flat, but it's a way to look at the chart. It's a way to look at the chart. Okay, after that flat, what could we have next? Well, we have another flat, potentially. 3, 3, 5 right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and this is using the wicks. I'm not excluding the wicks. So that's a 3 up, that's a 3 down, and now what do we got going on? We got another ABC working. It's a 5, a 3, and looking for 5 to finish. Okay. Now I pull the fibs on that sucker. You can see that we've come in 3 waves, almost 3 waves. Not quite. I don't think we're quite finished here, but we've come up to uh, 83 Madden. I'm not sure I understand your question. Can you rephrase it, buddy? So I'm looking at this as a potential W, X, and then a Y. That may yet need a 4th wave and then a 5th wave to the upside. But what this would be Oh, an ending diagonal. Oh, yeah. I don't think it's an ending diagonal. I like again. I like this as a W, X, and a Y right there. That makes sense to me. 5 waves down. WXY to the upside. Now, what invalidates this count? Well, if it's an ABC, yeah, I personally don't like this as an ending diagonal, but um, starting from what right here, down here at this pivot, if you could answer that. I know we're gonna lag a little bit, but just let me know what you think. Are you thinking from down here, or from down here? I don't think you mean from down here. And I suppose it would have to be an expanding diagonal. Yeah, I personally haven't looked at that, and I don't. And as I look at it, I not to poo poo your idea, I don't like it. I don't. I wouldn't gravitate to looking at that as an ending diagonal. So, anyway, yeah, from down here, yeah. No, I don't think so. I think to me, if it's corrective, I think that's the count right there. It's a WXY. And I've really done a lot of work on this wave, and so if this is a corrective wave, this is a WXY. And guys, what you expect to see after that? If that's the case, now this is a big deal here for those of you who hung out. This could be a 1, and that could be a 2 to the downside, followed by a major dump that's coming 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that kind of move is totally possible. It's totally possible. Okay, and this could be the 5 wave move that we actually started. We got a 1, 2. We're actually started it already. The dump is already in process. Okay, and this could be the big wave I'm talking about. A, B, C. I know we're all looking for this wave to go on up, but I think we've lost the shape of an impulse. I just don't. It just doesn't. No, I mean it. If it's a big bull flag, then here are the two ideas that I have here. This could be a 1, 2. So this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. But here's a lesser move down. This could be a 5, 3, or that could be a 3, 3. We could get a 3, 3, 5 out of this. In other words, this could be a larger corrective wave, something like this. And that's another possibility. And this would fall in line with a 1, 2, 1, 2 idea if we got a move like this. Okay. Generally speaking, guys, bull flags will make a shape. It'll make 3 waves, guys, within a channel. Okay. Um, you got a flag here. You got 3 waves there. Flag there with 3 waves. You got a flag there with 3 waves, guys. Right here was the 3 waves, if that's 3 waves, and this would have to be either a 1, 2, 1, 2 to the upside, which I don't think because of the wave structure. This is much too corrective in nature. Oh, come on. I lost what I was doing. There we go. It's much too corrective in nature in there. So I do like the idea though of coming down as maybe an A, B, C, something like that. And that's a possibility as well, where we get down to the fourth of the previous degree here, and that becomes a big 1 2 1 2, and that's the bullish count for you, where we get a dump here first, okay, and then we get a pump after that. So there's a possibility as well. So guys, I mean, we have the potential here, even though we're pumping tonight, and I know everybody's excited, and I'm not here to dampen your excitement. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what can play, what the Elliott waves can do here. Okay, so right here we could get a move back down. This could simply be. It all depends, guys. It all depends on how are you interpreting this wave right here. Now let's dig into this and let me show you why this is a difficult move. Okay. Okay, this right here, this wave right there makes it difficult. Okay, you can't say that this is a 1 2 1 2 to the upside. Okay, you can't say that. Why? Because this right here is three waves right there. Okay, that's three waves. So this was three down, that's three up. Okay, and maybe five down. There's a flat right here. Okay, so you could have some kind of a flat, flat, and then a three-wave move right there as well. So yeah, I mean, right there, excuse me, three-wave move there, and so that becomes a 3 WXY. That just makes sense to me. So all of this looks more corrective, and this is the end of that correction. It's finishing the correction. It's not starting something new to the upside. It's not going. So this to me looks, again, very, very likely as a WXY. And so this becomes basically an A, a B, and a C. Now this last wave, I need 5 waves in it. So this might be 1 2 3. We could be getting a fourth wave here flagging out, then a pump, and then we start dumping. Okay, so that's what I'd be watching for. A little flag tonight, get a pump, and then a dump after that. So watch out for that potential. If it starts pumping and then dumping after that, that's your sell. That's your sell, most likely, for that count. And I like it. I like it as a 1 2 1 2. That'd be for you moon boys. That's what you want, guys. For the moon boys, that's what you want to see. You want to see this as a 1 2 1 2, and then blast off. So, all right, let me catch up with the chat here and see what you guys are saying here. Ryan says XRP weekly trend line extended. This you haven't expanded. Okay, we'll thank you later, Ryan. If that plays, it might be a good idea. Brad, not necessarily. Not necessarily. We might have already finished the fourth wave. In fact, this pullback right here could have been that wave 4. This could be an extended fifth that finished right there, and we might be heading down. So, anyway, that's a possibility. I don't think, Brad, your comment there would only be in the fourth of that count. I don't think so. This has too much character of a fourth wave. The way it looks here, the way it's acting in the wave structure. Code Networks, Cool Networks, 1212. You like the 1212 idea? Awesome. Yeah, maybe so. That might play back down to 55K and then blast off. Yeah, it'd be nice. Looks like Nod Chemo's taking care of you. Chemo's a great dude, so thanks Chemo for helping out. Praise the Lord, perspective changer. Oh, glad you got that long. That's awesome. Well done. Well done. Okay. So here's my issue. Let me just explain my issue here. On the smaller time frames, I'm having a really hard time understanding this wave structure as something that is bullish. It looks more corrective. However, let me tell you when my counts break down, and maybe that'll help you. Okay, my count breaks down. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be like an A wave or a 1 wave, with this being a 2 wave. Okay, a WXY that's finishing right there. All right, if this breaks that high, we can't count this as 5 waves. Okay, so if this high gets broken, we can no longer count this as 5 waves. So that's something we have to pay attention to. So we couldn't say that this is a 1, 2 to the downside. So our 5, if this high gets broken, it can still come down with one more count, but it can't come down as a 5 wave impulse. It won't be coming down as a 1, 2, and then on we go, because the 2 wave cannot break the origin of the 1 wave. So if we're saying that's 1 and this is 2, this can't surpass there, right there. Okay. However, if we're saying that this is a 3 wave A wave, if we're saying that's A, then we can say that's B, and it can break the top. B can break the top. And then we get a 5 wave down C, and that becomes a flat. And that still gets us down pretty deep, okay, for the C wave. And that would be part of, that count right there would be part of the 1, 2, 1, 2 count. And then on we go. So there's another idea for you on the small micro time frame. But again, I'm just looking at this wave structure right here, and it just looks corrective to me. It doesn't feel like it's impulsive. So I am at least guarded for a wave to the downside. I may be completely wrong on that, but I'm guarded for a wave to the downside that gets us back down here as an impulse wave, and that would be A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if it comes down impulsively as a 5 wave move, now we're talking big. We're talking big time down. Okay, we're talking mega. So if it comes down in 5 waves, let me explain where it would be going. We'd be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and that would be part of A, B, C. And that gets us down to about 30K, 31K. All right. And we're right here at the moment where it could. So if it starts coming down, if it starts coming down on you guys, if it starts impulsing to the downside from the top, if you see a big fast pullback, okay, bear in mind, Bear in mind. Get it? See what I did there? Bear in mind. Okay. Bear in mind it could totally come down in 5 waves. Now, if it only comes down in 3 waves, okay, we're dealing with a different count. We're dealing with a much more bullish count. If this comes down in 3 waves like this, A, B, and C, okay, get down to the top of this wave again. Find some support here maybe. There. If it gets really deep, down here, but it can't break that low. I don't think it's going to get that low. That's too low. But anyway, down to this region here, okay, this could be part of an ultra bullish count. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we moon. Okay, now a final count here that we might be playing with is the fact that this could be 3 waves down, and we might have, this might be like a 1, a 3-wave flat 2. It's really ugly. And now we got a 1, 2. We're getting the 3rd wave right now. So in other words, this might be a bullish count that we're getting right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So there's the bullish count from here. That means this wave is actually part of a much larger bullish structure, and it's going to end up working its way up here. If you just look at the 1-hour chart, we are extremely overbought. Extremely overbought. We do not have any divergence, however. I would like to see some divergence, but we don't have to get it. We don't have to get it, but it would be nice to see it. But we don't have to get it. We didn't have any right here at the top of this wave on the 1 hour, so we didn't get any local divergence there. MJ, I'm kind of with you there. I just this to me doesn't look bullish, but you know how the markets are. Leo, I'm sure there's an account that supports that, but hey there, Juan Torres. Yeah, Leo, I'm sure there's an account that supports that, but you know, who knows? Oh, guys, I've exhausted the ideas there. I've looked at the macro with you. I've looked at the micro with you. Offered you some ideas for the ways to think about these structures. So, you know, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. I'm very interested to see if this is going to act like a 3-wave move. Okay, and then if it does, then we'd be looking for more down from here. Okay, at least 3 waves down. We'd be looking for boom, boom, boom. So that's an idea that I'm really considering, and be careful that we don't get something much deeper than that, a much larger sell-off than that. Now, I'm not here to tell you that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Now, let's go ahead and start looking at the alts. Let's look at Ethereum, and then we'll look at Solana, and let's look at Shiba. Let's take a look at Shiba first, real quick. Shiba had a really nice 3-wave pullback here. Came to the 1-to-1 extension. So we had a pullback here, 1-to-1. This pullback created on the 6-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart, mega hidden bullish divergence. Okay, which makes me believe that we are heading up for higher highs. At least one more high. That's at least what it's leading me to believe right now. Here's my problem. My problem is the way that this wave is going up. They're not making it easy. Because I was expecting this to be a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. It's not really giving us that shape, is it? It gave us more of a 3-wave shape, and then down in 3 waves. I wonder if we're going to get it up in 3 waves. And so I wonder if this is going to become a much more complex correction. And this actually ends up coming down here. So I would like to have seen this kind of start pumping up to finish making that high, but it didn't do that. Something like this, okay? Now, it still could, okay? It still could. You can see how... Come on. There we go. You can see how this trash right here on the 4-hour chart, it was just really, really trashy, and the wave structure sucks. So, yeah, this could totally just kind of play around up here before it starts to go up for the next wave. But there was hidden bullish divergence here that gave a nice entry for a long down in this region. Okay. I see Bitcoin dominance going up, not going down, Ryan. Chemo, you should start a channel, buddy. You could probably become a moon boy and everybody would watch you. The Chemo Sabi channel. If you're moon boy, everybody loves you and they'll come to your channel. If you're rational and you try to stay even keel, not so much. That's why I grow kind of slowly. All right, so there's Shiba. I see more up. I see more up, but this hidden bull is strong. So let's watch and see if this works its way up for one more wave, and then down for a deeper correction. Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a peek at that chart because I'll show you what I'm seeing there. Yeah, it's looking up to me, not down. In fact, I see this as a leading diagonal, best I can tell. I may be incorrect about that, but that's the way I'm looking at that wave right there. Leading diagonal. And then we got a correction. It's a crappy 3-wave move, but it's, come on. Boom, 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 right there. And now I'm seeing us go up from there. So I'm looking for this to head on up like that on yeah, ETH is probably heading up to 5,000. Let's look at ETH real quick. My 1-to-1, I've got a lot of confluence here with fibs. Here's my ETH chart here if you want to see it. It's my favorite ETH idea. I see ETH pumping tonight, pump for another couple $100. Hit 5,000, maybe just over it, 5,100, something like that. And then well, thanks, Simon. I appreciate that, buddy. So yeah, I like this as a correction that ETH could make here. Some kind of a running correction where the C comes down, takes everybody out, and then continues on bullishly after that. Of course, if it does that, that's gonna take to the end of the month or into 2022 for that to finish. Bitcoin will also be coming down. All the markets will be coming down. and then whenever that crash finishes, then we'd be looking for new all-time highs. Ultimately bullish here on this chart, but I've seen ETH over and over and over make new highs with three waves. Okay, here's an example of an area where it had three waves up and then came down. So it came up, corrected, went up in three waves, and then came down again, and then went up. So I like this: corrected, up in three waves, correct, and then continue. So it's kind of a pattern we've seen with Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, but Ethereum. I like that. I like this idea a lot. So I can see this wave pumping higher, up to about 51. I can see that totally. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm watching. At least I'm going to be very interested because this five wave move is about finished, right? This is about finished. This wave is about cooked. And then I'm just looking for this last wave to finish up. I'm surprised at the wave structure here. It may not get up to 51. It may not, but I've got a lot of fib confluence there for a flat correction there. Again, looking for a major market crash imminently sometime in the next week to a month or something like that. So anyway, we could totally see some kind of major market movement to the downside. That's crazy. Is coming. All right, what else could it be? What else? There's my ETH count. Here's DOT. I'm currently in a DOT long. I longed it down here after this three wave. My average entry is right here. Come on. Right there for this wave here. I'm hoping to get another wave to the upside here. No, that's not my entry. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Sorry. it may not play, but I saw the hidden bullish divergence here. So we had major hidden bull right there. So that I thought that DOT was good for another wave to the upside. So looking for DOT to start pumping. I'm hoping it does. Again with Bitcoin tonight. That'd be nice. DOT, however, looks on the macro about finished, guys. It looks about done. Current wave system may be final fifth wave of the fifth wave. I'm looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Okay. This 4 may take longer to play out. I don't know. But it's looking close to being finished. DOT looks about done in three waves here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, come on. And then maybe down from there. Let's try that again. So I'm looking at DOT kind of like this. A, B, and then C again. Looking for this. I'm just really digging this idea of a downward move here after this big flat. I'm really just kind of digging that move. Makes sense to me. But we'll see. We'll see. It may not play. DOT may continue on. This might be a 1-2. Again, we might get the 1-2 action where this comes down in 3. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, and it goes up higher. Okay, that's totally part of it. What's up, Joey? I hope it makes it to the moon for you, buddy. I do. I hope it doesn't take you by surprise, for sure. But we know what the market makers do. We know what the big guys do in this market. We know how they play. So just seeing. So I'm kind of liking this structure, this overall structure I'm seeing here as a big old flat correction with some continuation later on in the market. Let's look at Solana. Solana is looking super bullish, but it's finishing up. It's finishing up a 5-wave structure, so be careful. Best I can tell, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, finishing up a fifth wave. So we're coming here to an end of something here. We're close to the end of this wave. We have divergence here on when we get divergence like that, that's the end. That's the divergence we see between the third and the fifth wave. Okay, so that looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of an ending diagonal or something like that. So Solana looks like it's finishing up a 5-wave move, best I can tell, which would be followed by a pretty deep sell-off, probably back to this level, at least this level here. It may come down here, pull back, and then continue, something like that down. It may take a long time for that to play, but Solana's looking about finished with a 5-wave structure. Now, again, they sometimes find ways to increase. This could be. Hi, Virginia. Thank you for that. And yes, I will gladly look at that for you. Just give me 1 second and we'll go right to it. This could be 1, 2. This could be 3. Could get a 4 and then a 5. So this might come down again just to give us a pullback, and then we go. So let's watch this. Let's watch how this comes down. This may come down, reset the chart bullishly. Okay. We'll have to see. But Solana's looking like it's finishing a 5-wave structure. So that's something interesting to take a peek at. Yeah, cool networks. That's what I'm seeing as well. Everything's kind of finishing up. It's not complete guesswork. It's educated, as we say. Let's look at ANKR for Virginia. Virginia, you've been an awesome, faithful watcher of the channel, and I really appreciate it. You want that against the USDT? Which chart would you like? Binance, KuCoin? Do you want it against BTC, against something else, or is USDT fine? A stuffy nose. All right, we'll do USDT here. Is there a USD chart? There. Coinbase, perfect. Let's do Coinbase. Oh man, what's it doing? We had a large impulse, large correction. Now what's it doing? Thomas, he's talking about Alessio Rastani. He's a pretty good dude. He's a good balanced guy. I like him. Virginia, this is a tough chart because this right now, it's straight up, isn't it? It resembles a 3-wave move here. I just don't like the shape of it. It looks so corrective. Virginia, I got to be honest with you here, as I always am. I like the BTC idea here. That looks plausible, possible. That this is 3 down. Shoot, this could have been. Now ANKR could have been a leading diagonal here, or You can kind of see a diagonal shape here. So we had this correction. That might be an ABC. So that's either excuse me, that's either 3 or 5. But we've gone up in 3 waves. So I mean, I'm really biased to the idea here. At least this is an idea that you should watch out for. That we have hit the 1-to-1 here. This might try to come up and hit the 127, but there's no guarantee of that. There's no guarantee that that's going to play. Is this an impulse off the top? Right there? It looks like 5 waves there. And this looks like 3 waves back. Now what's it doing? This is pure trash, Virginia. Pure trash. I would like to see this. Maybe this does this and then this. I would like to have seen this up higher and then down. For wave structure, that would be a 1, 2, 1, 2. But that means big time downside. I don't know anything about ANKR. What are the fundamentals? Does it seem like a good project, or were you just speculating? A lot of times with these coins that just start out, they'll pump, and then what they'll do is they'll eventually tank and come back down to the range where they were, and then they'll work their way up again eventually. That the initial pump gets eaten all the way back. So be careful for this. That may play out. Hey, Paul Esper, how you doing? I'll have to check it out, what the ARPA chain is. Virginia, is there anything else I can do for you since you tipped me so kindly? You've got my full attention right now. Okay, so I've looked at Shiba, looked at Solana, I've looked at DOT. The ADA chart is trashy right now. It's just sideways, just nothing there. I've been staying away from ADA for a while. XLM, kind of a trashy chart as well. XRP, guys, let's take a peek at XRP. That's kind of bullish looking. Maybe. 12-hour chart here. Up. That's hilarious. Thanks, Gordon Finch's wife. I appreciate it. Oh, that's a first. Is there a chart you'd like me to look at, Gordon? I'd be glad to do that. That's so funny. I ain't doing a dance, nothing. That's so funny. XRP. Well, I'll be glad to look at a chart for you, Gordon. And I'm sorry. I'm just, that's a first. I've kind of lost my hotness. I've lost that love and feeling. XRP for a minute here. This kind of looking, bullish at some level here, the way this wave structure is. But be careful. Be careful here. Because this could be doing something like this. This could be a larger boom, 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 like so. I don't like the way. Dude, I got another $5 tip. Jesus is king. Thank you for that. Nick, yes, I'll do that right after I take care of Gordon and his wife. Let's look at AAVE. Thank you, by the way, for those tips. I appreciate it. Very much appreciated. I'll come back to XRP since people have asked. Let's take a peek at. Let's see. Let's take a peek at AAVE. You guys got me laughing. Yeah, Dave Lopez. I do any chart, any market. So if you've got, wow, the tips are coming in tonight. Yes, yes, absolutely. Let me. I'm gonna have to get them in order that I've received. So hang in there, Jesse and Nick. We'll get right to you. AAVE. Let's look at this guy here. Oh, not a whole lot of price action here, but man, we got a three-wave move. That looks like three waves there. I'm not sure about that one. What is that doing? Okay, so this looks three-wave-ish there, okay? So that looks like kind of a finished correction. We had hidden bullish divergence down here. Looked really good for a long, but now what they've done is they've taken it up in three waves, okay? And so this three-wave move back to the upside tells me we're still corrective in nature. Unless they're looking at this, we're looking at this as a 1-2-1-2. But this is too big for a second 1-2, okay? $1,000. Wow, $1,000 in a bet. What kind of bet was that? I'm checking my dot trade here, guys. Give me a second. That's going well. Keep rocking, dot. You just keep on going. So yeah, I've got a bit of an issue with the AAVE chart because I feel like this is going to continue kind of going sideways in this range for a bit. That we need more data. We need more data to really know. So this is, I mean, what was your entry? Do you know what your average entry price is, Gordon? I just don't like this three-wave move right there. That's what I don't like. That's what's got me a bit unsettled. And what's this? I think something like this, you know. I know that's weird to you. Take a screenshot of that. I'll bet you something like that plays. Oh, you're not a crypto guy. Gotcha. Remind me, whoever asked me about Tesla, remind me to get back to that because I'll take a look at that chart. I love looking at stocks. Any chart, any market, guys, no problem on Sunday nights. What is your what is it worth now, Gordon? When did you get it? So that's a good question. It's a flat. Who is that? That's got to be somebody in my Discord. There you go, My Truth 27. There you go. I'm glad you're able to speak to him. I haven't cool networks. I saw the title in my feed today, but I was so busy today. After church today, I spent all day putting the fiberglass siding on a camper that I'm building. And if you at the very beginning of the live stream, I showed those pictures if you want to see it. So anyway, I didn't. You got it 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So you're sitting at current price. Most likely, AAVE is going to be ranging here for now, and I think if I had to guess, you're going to get a better price. That if Bitcoin, good night. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
They can't see you.
They don't want to see me. I'm a mess. It's okay, I'm just saying goodnight.
All right. Well, somebody's wife might be upset that you're kissing, because I got a tip from somebody's wife that said she thinks I'm hot. So.
Oh, you're hot. I'm too hot for you.
Good night.
Good night.
Anyway, yeah, it's probably going to range a while, but I would imagine that AAVE is probably going to range. You might get a bit of a better price. You might get a bit of a pump, but I think ultimately it's gonna dump. You'll get a better price. So you can buy back in cheaper later. But that's my guess. Yeah, you could probably hold that one long term if you just want to invest. So, yeah, if you're not a trader, hold on to it. I don't know anything about the project, so, but the chart, this looks very corrective right now. So I see another leg down. 3, 3, 3, something like this. Price would get down to here. So, I mean, you might lose half your value. Might go down to $500 worth. before it goes back up. But it will eventually go back up, most likely. Okay. I'll have to check out Cool Network's. I'll have to check out Alessio's video. I didn't see it. I saw the thumbnail where he said it's oversold. So let's do that. Let's look. I think Nick was next in line. So let's take care of Nick. And you want to look at LTC, compare it back to 2017. Let's do that. LTC. To be honest with you, yeah, Nick. If you'll notice do I have it in log scale? I do. I'm in log right now. The pump here, this wave looks super similar to that wave right there. Now I bet you are looking at this wave thinking we're right here. That this move was identical to that move there. I bet you that's what you're thinking. Yeah, overbought. Yeah, topped out on me. Yeah. Sorry. Is that what you're thinking, Nick? And so you'd probably be looking for a pump straight up right there to finish the wave. Well, hidden bull. All of these pullbacks on the daily have hidden bullish divergence. There's no doubt about it. Yeah. The only thing I would say, Nick, is, and this is what I'm saying be careful about. Now I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. But that's interesting. Yep, I'll definitely look at the S&P. I have Jesse Sanchez is after Nick. I'm going to be looking at SHA. And once I look at SHA, I'll look at S&P and DXY. We'll look at those two. Yeah, it really, the Litecoin chart does look super bullish. It really does. It really does. It looks quite bullish. My only concern for trading is I'm always trying to predict the pullbacks, and they're challenging to do, obviously. But if Bitcoin decides it wants to kind of give us a big pullback, just watch out for this wave right here, that maybe we get something like this. But I don't think that's going to happen either. This doesn't look three-wave-ish at all. It's not a great impulse, though. So I wonder if we get a pullback like this before it decides to go up. I don't have the 2013. I don't think Litecoin's been around that long, since 2013. But I don't know. I'd say the only thing to watch out for here on the log scale. Let me get on the regular scale here. I just don't like it. I don't like it. On log, it looks a lot more bullish than it does on regular scale. I just haven't I haven't liked the Litecoin chart ever since it dumped. This run up, I didn't like it very much. I used to trade Litecoin exclusively, but I've lost my love and feeling for it. Yeah, so this looks like it's going to go up and make one higher high and then a correct. Nick, I got to tell you, on the log scale, on the daily, I see what you're saying, but I'm not sure there's a whole lot of. I think you should be careful. But yeah, could this moon in just a couple of days? Why not? Why not? But the current wave is is odd to me. I need more data. I didn't like any of this wave structure here. I didn't care for it at all. That's good. See, that was a nice impulse wave right there. Three-way pullback. And then we just lost. Guys, I mean, look here. I mean, I just wonder if this is going to come on down. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe she just goes on. But this chart seems to contradict. This chart definitely contradicts my my BTC idea of a large correction to the downside. So I don't know. Sorry, Nick. There's just not a lot here. It's a challenging chart, but I see what you're saying. Based on the fractal you're showing me, this is the next move. It just should go straight up. I would like to. It would make sense to me if this did this and then up. I would like to see this come down first. Let's see if it can. All right, let's look at Jesse Sanchez. It's your turn. It's your turn. Yeah, my truth 27. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the cool networks. The Fed announcement that they're tapering. That's a bearish sign for the markets. You know, that's a bearish sign. Jesse Sanchez, your turn. What's the chart as SHA? Is that the name of it? Safe Haven. Okay, it's on KuCoin. And then Jesse, what else? What other chart did you want me to take a peek at? I'll look at quick. Yeah, I mean, this looks like it's in the very early stages. I got a leading diagonal or some kind of a leading wave here. I don't know anything about Safe Haven at all, but if it does what the other crap coins do, I imagine it's going to work its way and eventually go straight up, you know, eventually. So if this does what other crap coins do, yeah, I would just hold it. You know, if you got in early enough, and it'll probably do. But there's nothing here on the chart that I can analyze. Okay, there's no Elliott wave here, but that looks like a leading wave. Looks like a three-way pullback, and I don't know. I don't like this, but maybe yeah, it might be heading up now. So this might be beginning the next wave. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then go. So this chart looks pretty bullish. Chart looks fairly bullish, but you know, I'm not saying buy it now, but if you've already bought lower levels, I think it's a hold for now, I believe. Halo. Oh yeah, this has mimicked. This has mimicked the Bitcoin chart. So this is following Bitcoin. So what you have to understand about the Halo chart, this is really mimicking Bitcoin quite well, with better wave structure here. So we had a nicer wave there, and then a pullback. So that's 1, 2, 3. This could be 4. We could be in the middle of a fifth wave here, for Halo. So I mean, what if this does this? Okay, but you got to watch out for this. So this could come up here and then make 3 waves down like that, and then continue on. So if BTC does this down move like I'm saying it could, then watch out for that in Halo as well. But right now, looking pretty bullish. So if it breaks that high, that'll be good news. That'll be a good sign. All right. And I think Jesse had one more I'll look at really quickly. VThor. That is not a chart. Try again. Jesse, you got another title for me? We'll look at the S&P. Jesse, give me a new title, and I'll look at the S&P while you're doing that. Let's look at the S&P 500. Where's the SPX chart? Oh, okay, VTho. Oh, I got mixed feelings on this chart. But it's following also Bitcoin pretty well. Did this is this finished, or is it coming down for another wave? A, B, C, or is it done there? Now it goes up from here. Yeah, it's really in a hard location to know, man. Watch out for this wave. Okay? Because we got a flat here. Looks like. And if it's not a flat, that's an impulse. 3-wave correction, getting ready to fly. So if we start breaking that high, that's good news for you. But you might just hold that. But yeah, not a whole lot here, buddy. Watch out for the extended correction. Okay, could come back down here. It's a good buy zone down here, down to these levels. Okay, or it finished. Oh, come on. That this was the correction right there, and now we're heading up for 1, 2. Now watch out for this. 3, and then boom, the next wave to the upside. So any number of things that can happen there. All right, let's look at the SPX there. Yeah. Guys, this is just totally, just the SPX super oversold. Looks like we got some kind of an ending diag going on the SPX, or some kind of a... See, I was looking at this thinking we were done with that on that move, and we're just going to get a pullback and continuation. But we made a new high. So what do you make of that? Well, This is looking almost done to me. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Look at the wave here. 4 hours got a 1-2 down here. Even though that's 3 waves, I don't like it. Maybe it's something like this. Okay, we get 5 waves down. I'm not able to keep up with y'all's conversation, so I'm hoping you guys are enjoying each other's company. But, yeah, I'm not able to keep up with your conversation. But the S&P looks like she's almost finished. Got to pull back and maybe one more wave to the upside. Let's look at the DXY and see how that fits in with the with that. So on the daily chart for the DXY, I've been calling for 96 for a while. Okay, and we're heading up there in 3-way fashion here, guys. We got boom, boom, and then boom. So we definitely have some more upside to go for the DXY. DXY is going to be heading up. That's going to cause the S&P to be heading down most likely. Okay, so the DXY looks very impulsive to the upside, at least for 3 waves. And usually the end of a wave like this gets pretty impulsive, so watch out for a pretty impulsive move here. Guys, I've been doing a live stream here for about 2 hours. I'm pretty exhausted. I don't think I have any more charts in me. I'll look at VET and then I'll call it a night, I think. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. We've gone through plenty of ideas here. Hope they're helpful. Excuse me. Remember, no one knows, and I'm trying to look at this wave structure to get some ideas. But VET is following along with Bitcoin, but VET looks pretty bullish right here. A little bit more bullish wave structure. That looks like a good. It looks like a good 1 wave with a 3-way pullback. So this is looking fairly bullish here, guys. This could be an A, B, and a C as well. We got 5 waves in this working in this wave. And if this finishes, that could be an ABC, and then it could give us another wave to the downside. So right now, it looks like it's got more upside, at least to 18 cents, at least, I would imagine. All depends on what BTC does. Yeah, BTC definitely has some more up to go here, guys. This wave isn't finished. We should see this flag out, up, flag, and then maybe one more high. I'd be interested to know if BTC is going to break this high or not. If it breaks that high, oh, excuse me. Yep. If it breaks that high, we're looking at canceling out the idea of a 5-wave move to the downside. It would be looking for only a 3-wave move or just a short pullback. So let's wait and see. Mr. Killshade, you are welcome. Thanks for the thanks for joining us again. All right, let's look at Doge Hub there, or Huber. Chart sucks, really. There's really not a whole lot there. You know, basically it had its pump, had its dump, and now it's just been ranging. There's nothing there from an Elliott Wave perspective that I can say. But it doesn't look like it's, you know, it looks like it needs to come up here for 3 waves at least. So at least 3 waves like this, maybe. But where this is and how this is being created right now is very trashy. That kind of looks like an impulse. That looks like 3 waves. See, this looks like 3 waves as well. I can't stop yawning. I'm sorry, guys. This may come down like this. And this may slide over like that. Hard to read this right here. Elliott Wave's not helping there much. I'm sorry. This is plausible. Looks like it needs to go up for a 3rd wave. Retest some of this. It looks like it, but how it gets up there, I can't be certain. All right, QRDO, and this is it. This is it. All right, because I'm dog tired, guys. Oh. Excuse me. Yeah, there's nothing there. If this acts like most coins, this is going to dump. This looks like a 5-wave move. Looks like it's finished. This is looks like it's about to dump here. And then work its way up again, probably eventually. But it looks like it's about to dump. If I had to guess. Just a guess. I got what looks like a 5-wave move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks about finished. I got bearish divergence here. This is the 12-hour chart. We might start going down from here. Let's look at gold and silver. I haven't looked at that. Man, I can't stop yawning. You guys are going to have to just deal with the yawns. I'm exhausted. Super tired. But let's look at gold and silver quick. Here's the gold chart. Looks somewhat bullish. Looks somewhat bullish. 3 waves down. 1, 2. Could it be going up here? Yes, it could. This could be the breakout moment. How's that going to work with the DXY going up? I'm not sure. But it's looking. This is looking fairly bullish to me. So it could get this. Or this just starts pumping from here. To the moon, Alice. Gold! Yeah, I'm very bullish on gold. I'd like to see it continue on up. I think it's going. I think it's about ready. Got hidden bull on this chart. Looks good. Weekly chart looks great. I'd say I'm bullish on gold. Silver looks even better. I like the silver chart better. Oh, yeah. 3 waves right there. We got 3, 3, 3. And it looks like we've broken the structure. Gonna get a pullback. Gonna get a pullback over the next many days. But I think she's gonna start pumping between this year and next year. End of this year, next year. Yeah, I think silver and gold. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Yeah, I think they're gonna start pumping. I mean, it's got to happen, though, when the DXY tanks. So, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see the DXY pump up here to 96 and then dump. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I own some physical silver. I believe in silver for sure. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. I'm exhausted. I need to call it a night. Thanks for joining me tonight. Let's look at BTC one more time. Yeah, it's just flagging out for now. But it'll flag out, probably pipe up one more time. Watch this upper 68, 69 region. I'm sorry, 66.9 or below. Watch that region. See if we get a dump after that. If it pumps beyond 66.9, 65, then we've invalidated a big move to the downside for now, and we're looking more up temporarily. It can still come down, but I explained it in a different way. But at least the impulse wave to the downside is invalidated. Hey, thanks, My Truth 27. Appreciate it. Couple of bricks of silver, huh? Yeah, I don't have any bricks. I got a bunch of coins. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. And thanks again. We're going to call it. Take it easy.